So, I realized two very grave errors in the same moment just before. Number one, I forgot my flatmates are coming in and out quite consistently today. They're working on stuff outside. Number two, I didn't realize I wasn't muted, so I just got like, oh god, as my flatmates came into the room, went, by the way, just quickly had to mute that. So, I'm here today. I'm the Lime Bus, as some of you are well aware. I think. I hope. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. Anyway, we have a Division A game of Heavy Slaps versus Don't Die First Minute. I do not know much about either of these teams. I'll be honest. I'm coming into Division A a little bit blind, because while I did moderate this division last season, I don't recognize a lot of the names this season, which is a little bit bad of me, but I've never been known to be the brightest of boys. Anyway, we do... Oh, it's Infernal Shrines, isn't it? Explanation Infernal. And I will refuse to fix this command, as I'm just going to keep track of how many times I do Infernal Shrines this season, which, if it's more than half, I will complain. At the moment, it is... This is meant to be down 26 out 125. But at the moment, it is exactly half of the games I've casted so far, which is going to be impressive. But to quickly cover a few more things, Heavy Slaps did ban out both Dragonshire and Braxis Holdout, while Don't Die First Minute banned out the Towers of Doom and Volskaya Foundry. And that leads us to the Infernal Shrines match, which should be a fun one. I've got to remember to check if everyone's on the right side, so let me just open up one of the teams. Right, they look to be both the right way around, which is good, because when replays happen, sometimes people are not as good at making sure everyone's the right way around. But let's get into it, shall we? As our heroes are preparing for battle, we do have Akari on the Leoric, Calamancy on the very spinning Tychus, Delasok, oh my gosh, nearly said the wrong tank altogether, ETC, Crazy Boots on the Anduin, and Protoss Rule is on that Mephisto, which does very well into the double healer comp we have of Wild Pants on the Uther, Toasty Buns on the Rhaegar, the Sound 51 on Honga, Robot Wizard on the Felstad, and Chrysinator on the Vala. So we do have a kind of tank Uther happening here. Robot Wizard went a little bit too deep as Felstad and went down. Is that a record for the new quickest death? 10 seconds? You know what? Don't Die First Minute. Not quite living up to their name there. As that was a very quick death. A 10-second death. Which, I'm going to be honest, is probably a record. But we see Wild Pants does get healed up. We see Delasok getting pulled in. And they will be fine. Didn't die quite as quickly as the first started. Robot Wizard may be feeling a little bit called out that I've now casted this one as a replay. I've just realized something. Note that door behind me is closed. Excellent, because otherwise my neighbors can hear me, and I'm not always a fan of that. Albeit they could probably hear me anyway with my loud voice. You did indeed die first minute. Robot Wizard now may actually have a record for the fastest death in NGS. I may just have to check that one. Felstad so just kind of flew right where the mouse is here into the middle of the enemy team. Like literally 10 seconds in. So that is an impressive speed to say the least. We can see at least Don't Die First Minute has picked up that camp of theirs. We see Chrysinator just chilling in the back. I'm very curious. I do need to ask someone. Protoss Rule does use a Q through that. A little bit of wave. Toasty Buns will take a little bit of the damage. I also want to say hi, Psycho, and hi, I'm on the wrong window. And hi, the Sound 51. Hope you guys are both doing well this evening. I'm interested to see how you guys go and how your Hogger does as well. You know, we do see there has been a little bit of a soak advantage in favor of Heavy Slaps. So Don't Die First Minute has been picking up these extra camps, making sure that nothing can do too much to them. Interesting to see we haven't done camps by Heavy Slaps, but they don't really have good camp clearing capability. In fact, I'd like to see maybe an invade here by Don't Die First Minute, which looks like it is their call. They realize no one's on that camp, so it is going to just be done. Yeah. That's a death. That's a camp. That's a camp steal. I do have to say, I do like the Ufa tank. I guess I just love Ufa in general, so I'm very biased towards whenever I see an Ufa on the field. I'm like, I want to support that team. So now, oh my gosh, I thought they... Oh, they fly in directly in time for the steal. There's going to be a full-on rotate here now, though. As you see, Christinator and Robot Wizard doing this. Robot Wizard, 96 health, does manage to get out. Anduin goes down first. See Vala completing a stack of that Gambit talent, which I realize I haven't even checked yet. Because I think they're maybe about to lose it. No, they roll in. Death Dealer just doing that damage, finishing them off. That is a good free kills. Christinator, 1 health, taken out by the auto attack of the... Oh my god, taken out by the auto attack from Mephisto. That was a good flight. And that was a very good timing to find that camp for the side of... Don't Die First Minute. This map is getting painted red. They haven't done their own camp, I want to mention, so they could be doing better at grabbing the whole map. But they do have at least a good, very strong start to this game so far. Very good of them. And I think, yep, as I say, Hogger's about to lose control of that spin. They didn't quite have it infinite. Nice slide by Della. So Wildpan's taking a lot of damage, puts the heal onto themselves. Probably going to hit Robot with that as well, but they honestly will be fine. But we see now the full 5 members are here for Don't Die First Minute. And we can see now that Heavy Slaps are trying their best. That Mephisto does so well into double healers. But we can see now they're slowly gaining advantage over this objective. Heavy Slaps are wanting it. They are forcing their way into this. But Don't Die First Minute are still ahead. They're ahead by a good 7, 8, 9, 10 now. Even though they try their best, Heavy Slaps are having difficulty clearing some of these minions before they're stolen from them, but that is just how Mephisto works in that regard. They can steal, but they can also get punished for their ring. Speaking about getting punished, we see Viticus does go down. Della Soap just a little bit behind them, so they weren't able to peel. We see Leoric actually went down above as well. Is anyone going to push with the Immortal? Not the Immortal, the Punisher. Damn it! No, instead we're just going to get a heavy push top. So they're splitting from the Punisher to see what they can do. Akari realizes they're about to respawn not too hot a spot. Does back up out of a range of Wild Pants. Which, good plan. But now we see the rotate coming up. Mephisto coming up as well. That's a full 5-man on their way. Hey Melville, hope you're doing well today. See, Hogger is just going to quick spin on that camp. And while finally, the Bruiser camp is going to be picked up by Don't Die First Minute after they aggressively stole the one from Heavy Slaps. You see, Sound 51 has hit a bottom now. Protoss rule will be found by them, but no, nothing will go down there. They're just here to clear waves, have a good little bit of fun. See, Hogger does delete them. Meanwhile, pushing mid, we do see Robot Wizard has been rooted, gets hit by a grenade, and thrown back. You're like, you know what, I don't want to be here anymore, I'm out. And now we have a Bruiser camp up, we may get to see a push with that. And looks like Akari is going, guys, we're here again. I'm leaving, it's your problem now. Oh no, Akari will come back up. Looks like we're wanting a full 5, oh, 4v4 at least. As Tychus is quite a bit off there down bottom. Oh, stun came out to Protoss rule. 10s are through first. Double stun doesn't quite connect. Both Rain of Vengeances. If they hit, that would have been very much a dead Mephisto, but unfortunately not in that situation. Christinator still very aggressively positioned compared to the rest of the team. Does give a reset onto Death Dealer, but we'll get out. Yeah, more Div A action here today. Ektar. And this time we've had a... Oh, Ektar, do you know what the record is for fastest death in a match? Oh, nice spin out by Hogger. Meanwhile, we do see... They'll start flying back. Ektar, I think you would be the one to know what the fastest death in a match is. But we do see now the teams backing out. They're going to play safe now that 10s are through. Which I will bring back up because we have the... Mosh picked up by ETC. The Comedier Odin. Oh my god, I'm forgetting heroes' names. Tychus. Mephisto Endurance of Hate. Lightbomb Anduin. And the Entomb Leoric. And on the other side, which we have had for a little bit, we do have the Reign of Vengeance Vala, the Ancestral Healing on the Rhaegar, Hortapot Hogger, Divine Storm Uther, and Gust Faster. Okay, because there was a death on the Felstar 10 seconds in this match. That's why I'm curious if you knew what the fastest was, because it very well may have been the Felstar here. Because 10 seconds is very low. Which, unfortunately, this is going to be Robot Wizard's claim to fame for me, that they died that quick. It's very unfortunate that they caught that. But, yeah, that is going to be forever like, hey, Robot Wizard, do you remember that time that 10 seconds in? Literally, I think it was the exact 10 seconds that they went down. They just flew right here into the middle of the enemy team. You can see Violet is gone on the objective first. They're going to start it for the side of Don't Die First Minute, but they're going to roll out of danger and make sure we're fine. Which, I do have to say, Felstar did not live up to the team's name and did die first minute. Cressenator checks bush with Q, realizes they may not have quite found the right bush as Akari will be starting to get hit. There's a stun out. Delasoak has been found in a bush. They're looking for a mosh. It's going to be quite hard to do, however, as they need to hit... Realistically, they need to hit Robot Wizard and Cressenator. Even potentially the Sound 51, as there can be that insta-stun coming out. Oh, Wild Pants has been found. They walk up to D-Storm, do a decent amount with it. There is the Gus. Akari didn't quite get the light on someone. Delasoak finds the stun onto Uther. Uther gets cleansed a little bit, gets partway out, gets out fully. Akari, they're really low, but the Ander went down first. There goes the Leoric. Yep, that was a good objective. And I've been seeing this spin more and more instead of a spin around this bottom area. I think diagonals are just cooler to people. Apparently, they're like, yeah, this is great. Cressenator, all while still getting stacked up front. Akari will be draining to come off of them. We see a little spray from Cressenator, a little bit of love going around. But ultimately, that will be them still fine. And the objective moving towards the side of Don't Die First Minute. Also, Rhaegar solo laning. Toasty Bun's just going, you know what, you have an Uther up there. You don't need me immediately. I'm fine just to soak a little bit, right, guys? Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine over here. But no, we can see now the Arcane Punisher is over to the side of Don't Die First Minute. We do see the building drops. Yeah, that is actually probably a good point. But 13 advantage is through for Don't Die First Minute. They do have a Punisher, jumps directly on top of Dallas. So we see Protoss Rule doesn't quite find anything of Durance of Hate. Unfortunately for them, the Punisher did give vision, so they weren't able to quite do anything. Protoss Rule does jump into the middle things, unable to get anything done from it. You see Rhaegar is back with the team while Hogger has gone back to the off lane. That tower is barely up. Nope, there it goes. Oh, Wild Pant's going to be fine. A little bit tickled by Mephisto, but going to be all right. And we do see camp being started by Cressenator. Meanwhile, Hogger has managed to do their own. Leoric was getting soaked bottom, and we can see now this. The team of Heavy Slaps are in an awkward position where they do need to find somehow to get away through this damage. It'll get a lot easier once we get back to the objective team fights. That's really where they do shine. They need to basically drop Commander Odin pretty quickly. They need to get the Mosh off. So they need to turtle until the objectives, essentially, is what this comes down to. That is what Heavy Slaps excels at. They need to make sure they aren't fighting before that objective. They can wait, albeit the problem is then Heavy Don't Die First Minute also has a pretty good map where what was I going to say? I got very lost. Right. Don't Die First Minute also have a very good team fight, objective fight. So they can just kind of also be in that presence. It's very much a whoever gets a good dash first, and unfortunately for Delasoak, they didn't quite get the mosh. Protoss Rules did panic a little, get stunned immediately, and that is a dead Mephisto. And now we see Calamancy getting relatively low. Cressenator just, with that 16 advantage, does so much. Delasoak tried to peel. Crazy Boots goes down. Hey CP, hope you're doing well. Delasoak goes down next. And that will be a good kill for Don't Die First Minute. They just have a very strong team fight with this composition. Double healer does let you run at people, and Delasoak really needs to get those Moshes? Yeah, Mosh is off. But yes, welcome CP. Hope you're doing well today. Look, I am very good at getting distracted by things, and you are a worthy distraction, CP, and I want everyone to know they are also worthy distractions. It just gets a little bit hard to get distracted when I have co-casters, but not today, as I am just doing replays. Interesting, I think they chased down someone up. I missed something, apparently, because I get distracted easily. As I said, we do see Robot Wizard does roll out, and we see Robot Wizard wanting to back up. So this is where... Now we have 16s for heavy slaps. It's an even fight for the objective. This is where they can pop off. This is where they are strongest. Between the damage reduction from Leoric, as well as just the general AoE damage that can come out from Don't Die first minute. Okay, Ekta, there you go. Talent check. This is where heavy slaps really need to find something. If they get 1 or 2 good hits at this fight, oh, nice roll by Crystinator. They were in danger, but no, that is the Entomb down already, and we can see that there's immediate choice to back out. And we can see Duran's coming out. Gust, Light Bomb doesn't quite find anything. Wildpants steps up, wanting to look for the D-Storm, gets rooted out of everything. Delos doesn't quite find anything. D-Storm, however, finds Calamancy, but that is EC going down first. We see the Oof is trading out, severe healing off for a little bit more. Tank for tank, that is going to be a trade. Crystinator doing what they can to Akari. Akari going to be fine. Protoss Rule does get hit a little bit by Crystinator, but they do back out. An objective will be started by Hogger in the backline. And they just spin. Do we think they've messed this up, or do we think they have it right? I know there's other stuff in the map like having like camp, but I'm just wondering if this is ever going to mess up. So, hope everyone's doing well today, and their NGS matches have been going alright. I was pretty hyped this week as... Look, I'm just going to keep it on you while I just chat. Pretty good this week for my team, at least. We did manage to get our first win of the season, which... Hell yeah, so proud of the team there that they did that. Hogger does back out now. They realize he had a little bit too much fun there spinning, and the... Look. However, just chatting time is over as the teams have come back. Sound 51 no longer able to spin. I'm sure they had a blast in the meantime, as they did have the Infinite. Delasok taking a decent hammering from Robot Wizard. We can see the fight will be coming back up. Both tanks are here. Akari damage reducing. Oh, the Sound 51 was so as well. Wildpants looking to get aggressive. We do see the slide by Delasok, and here comes the... Oh, that was a good mosh, actually catching out the Sound 51. And then the, well... Gust does ruin that for them, and we do see Anduin goes down first. Divine Storm is on. 20s came through, and I didn't even realize, so we do see that was a Divine Hurricane at that. Delasok and Calamancy at awkward spot. We see that is 1, 2, 3, 4 going down. Mephisto managed to escape. They did get the Punisher, sure, but this is maybe just a call from Don't Die first minute. Just go end. Oh, Crystinator actually nearly got ended there as well. They nearly went down there. And we do see the Ancestral does top them back up. That's the first building down, and we're coming for the second now. It's slowly dropping, it's quickly dropping now. Actually, Protoss Rules doing their best to do what damage they can. We see they got another reset there, but the core, however, will be going down before they can take anyone. And that is the first map of the series, going over the side of... Don't Die first minute. Well played. Let's have a look at the summary screen, shall we? Right, in terms of hero damage, Crystinator did excellent, as well as their Siege, 111k to 71k for them. Mephisto did the most damage for Don't Die first minute, 50k, while Leoric did have that Siege at 130. In terms of Soak, Hogger and Leoric very close to each other, just 150, exactly 150 difference between the two. Right, in terms of talents, anything that stands out to me, don't ever ask me how Hogger works. I have no clue how Hogger works. But other than that, everything kind of... Okay, Ektar, is it just because you can't play Vala and feel better? No. Yeah, Vala is just one of those heroes who will be strong forever now. They can get punished if you do catch them out, but it is just the fact of you need to somehow catch them out. But yeah, the AA Vala did very well. I wouldn't say it's rare by any means. It's definitely seen more in NGS than... Hey Ty, I hope you're doing well as well. Well, Autotech Vala definitely is more common in competitive play than the W build Vala. It's not often you see Fire at Will at the moment. You definitely see the Creed of a Hunter and Puncturing Arrow picked up more. I also hope you're doing well today, Ty. Excellent to have you here. So that will be that for the first map of the series. So I'm going to check it back over on here. Is that I got my Infernal Shrines game out of the way. Thank God. I really like Faust. This is a game becomes strong at 16. Well, Iktar just win before 16. I think that's just hit 16 before him and win. That's probably easy. No, I do know sometimes you don't exactly have a choice in that matter. But there are quite a few heroes that do become stronger at... Oh my gosh, Psycho. What is that? What is that, Psycho? Quick replay. Right. So I'm just finding out what we have next. Hopefully it's not 2 Infernal Shrines, because I will cry if that's the case. But it looks like we have Garden of Terror coming... I know it's Alicia's face. I know it's Alicia's face, because I love those emotes. Where's my chat? Where's my chat? What do you mean someone's getting reported to Born? We have Garden of Terror. Alright, the 2 maps. Garden of Terror anyway is next up. And also your head mod. This is a you problem if someone's done it wrong. Oh my gosh, what is that? To your burn. Oh my gosh, what the hell? Gosh, for Winds Creep is so good, though. As I said, though, we have Garden Terror. I don't quite know who does what where. Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
The battle begins shortly.
But let's get into it as the battle begins shortly as we are opening things up. But yeah, I guess the division you play in, if it's a division you play in, you probably shouldn't be messing around it too much. But anyway, getting into things, we have Toasty Buns on that Brightwing, the Sound 51 on Blaze, Wild Pants on May, I believe, yes. Crystinator is on Genji, and Robot Wizard back on the Felstad. Don't know if they could die in 10 seconds again, but we can find out. Mega Kill is on the Andwin, Akari is on the Dahaka, Della Soak, Varian likely going to be taunt. Calamancy is on the... That chat is getting away. Jaina and Protoss Rule is on the Greymane. Okay, Robot Wizard didn't die immediately this time. They did test it again. They lost half their health once again. Which, impressive. If Dahaka had burrowed there, we may have seen a 7-second death. But not this time. This time, Robot Wizard was able to get out. Fortunately for them, Della Soak was not able to... get immediate stun off like they did on ETC. Also, keep in mind that it is Jaina dying within the first minute this time. That is a good kill already. I enjoy this show. It does get me scared. That is an interesting sounding show, Ektar. I very much hope you enjoy it. The Empire Strikes Back, a burlesque show parody. That's an insane concept to me, but I love it dearly. We can see camps are going to be starting in a few moments. Protoss Rule as Greymane already sitting on the siege. They will be directly on it immediately, so that will be done pretty quick. Greymane is known to be one of those ones who do just tear apart siege camps. Well, we can see there was a full rotate down onto Mega Kill, but Mega Kill played a little bit safe. Were able to make sure they didn't perish. Meanwhile, we can see the invade coming out once again. Very much don't die first minute. Invades a lot, I've found. But looks like there will be a big old rotate coming out now. Della Soak coming in behind. Keep in mind, Varian's not a real boy until level 4. Protoss Rule goes on in. And I would have maybe seen the Blizzard saved until... Oh my gosh, you see everyone down here. That was a nice stun by the Sound 51. That is a stolen siege camp. It did Dahaka. And Mega Kill next on the chopping block will go down. And now we see rotation coming up. Sound 51 just grabbing some gloves, grabbing the soak. Bruiser camp also being stolen by Don't Die First Minute. They're really aggressive and finding more and more. I guess moving forward, some teams have to be ready to deal with this aggression that they've been doing so far. You can see now Della Soak will be forced back as well. As these Siege Giants will be slowly peppering things down. They now decide, oh, the waves maybe a less... Oh, the wave's probably an easier target than the Varian dancing around us. We did see another attempt at an evade here, but they were just a little bit too slow this time. I'll mention that level 4s are online for both teams now. level 5 actually, a full level and a half ahead for Don't Die first minute. See, Genji has going that Shuriken build at level 4, so they'll be stacking those. You see Piercing Light Anduin, Enhanced Agility to Haka, as well as the Gathering Storm on the Felstad, so we'll be stacking those Hammer Quests, which I understand that is why they're flying in early, to see if they can get a cheeky few stacks as everyone's coming through the gate. But it's not necessarily easy for them to pull off. As you can see, they've died twice now at the beginning. Speaking of them dying, that is Felstad going down now. Chrysinator does dash out, but unfortunately for Felstad, they were taunted, were polymorphed, did die. And that will be just kind of a general gameplay loop of Don't Die first minute. Either poly, taunt, kill, or taunt, poly, kill. Because you can't really do it, kill, poly, taunt, or kill before either of the other two abilities. As, well, they're dead. You can't use abilities on dead heroes. Leoric as a dead hero can use abilities on others. Same as Ufa, but you can't use abilities on those dead heroes. And Calamancy is just taking their time. Blaze is chilling in a bush as well. We can see Sound 51 does back on up. Calamancy finally scouts that bush. Delver Soak looking to the taunt, but that... What do you mean you're learning so much? I just say dumb things. Look. I immediately realized what I was just going on a tangent about before, and this all makes sense now. I am just dumb. But no, we can see, oh, Greyman Pools nearly ended up a dead hero of the own. Look, I can call myself dumb. You can't, Robuntu. I do have some insights to at least how this game works. Not many. I'm not quite that good at the game, but I do have some insights. I will close the door on you. No, last time I timed someone out was 600 seconds, and I felt really bad. I felt really bad about timing someone out last time. I don't want to do it again. But we do now see that they are going to be pushing in. Does get a little blind on to Delasok, but won't really do much from it. Top camp is being picked out. I'm not timing anyone out. Fair enough, Ty. You don't really have to know much about the game. Just that one team wants to kill this building, one team wants to kill this building, and they fight in the meantime. And I'm not going to give you mod, Brobuntu, and I'm not going to give CP a timeout like they're asking. We are just going to... Okay, I'm just going to ignore you two for a little bit. You could do what you could talk to each other, I don't know. I'm going to ignore you two. But we can see that the waves being cleared up. This seed is still available. This is still the first seed of the game. They are going to, however, go for the kill onto Delasok. Delasok stuck in the middle of a lot of CC, but not really a lot of damage, as Robot Wizard is slowly peppering them down. That's Delasok stuck thanks to that, well, body blocking just in the corner was very unfortunate for them, and they will go down. And I do like that this objective is still going, despite everyone is just leaving it alone. This is up for, this has been up for about 2 minutes now. No one's even bothered with the seed. They're just running around. We see Protoss Rule being dove by Chrysinator. Does get Gust into the corner, but Chrysinator has to jump out. Protoss Wizard is going to use, just slowly walk away after gusting someone into the corner. But no one will go down there. We see level 10s are available for the side of Don't Die first minute. They do have a Blink Heal, Brightwing, the Bunker, Felstad, Gus Felstad, Bunker on the Blaze. I can really not remember Blaze's name for the life of me there. But we do see X-Strike Genji and the Avalanche Mei. But we do see the Heroics are picked up for Heavy Slaps now. As we said, Taunt was at level 4 for Varian. We do see Jaina still having a think about it. Anduin does have the Light Bomb, Greymane Curse Bullet, and Ahaka is Isolation. Which some people should have done a little bit more during our lockdowns, but didn't. So here we are. We do now see Brightwing is being rotated onto a Dallas. So Taunt is used. Not really too much they can do with that. Toasty Buns does blink to the wave right as Akari did burrow up. So good blink heal by Toasty Buns, keeping them alive. And May didn't. I thought May was about to do the objective. Heaven forbid someone was going to do the objective this game. But no, they will not be, as they just go do other things. And they're perfectly fine not doing the objective. They've been getting plenty of value around the map. By no means they have to do it, and they're honestly doing more without it somehow. see Brightwing and Akari are in a little bit of scuffle top. Both as globals ready to go down if need be. Akari does clear a little bit faster than our little fairy dragon friend there. But they will try to bully that dragon. Are they technically... Is Brightwing technically... Are fairy dragons technically dragons? I can't remember in the... Okay. I'd say I can't remember in the World of Warcraft if fairy dragons are dragons. But we can now see Crystinator backing up. Delasok didn't actually use the taunt there. We can see Crystinator jumps in. Just to annoy those rotations once more, making sure Delasok can't get anywhere. Meanwhile, Falstad and Wild Pants are pushing mid. It's very much... Heavy Slaps are trying to put out a lot of fires that are around the place. They only have a few bottles of water, however, to put those fires out. They're doing as well as they can so far. Okay, yep. Thank you, CP. Thank you for a sensible comment. We can see the taunt coming out, Delasok wanting it. We can see the Hammerang hitting Delasok, but no kill will come from that. Meanwhile, just underneath, we see Crystinator has found that a camp is being done. They don't like the idea of it being stolen from them. They don't like the idea of Heavy Slaps having any of their own camp, so they do run on it. Do Heavy Slaps at this point just go for the objective? And start forcing Don't Die First Minute to react elsewhere? That would probably be like the main thing I'm thinking. Go to objective, force things elsewhere. Because essentially with all this running around that Don't Die First Minute has done, the early game kind of advantage taunt can give is very much diminishing. We can see Gus peeling for Wild Pants. Wild Pants slides out. And that was the full kind of kill combo where we heard Curse Bullet use, we heard the taunt use. Water Elemental was also there as well. But yeah, I think if you are Heavy Slaps, force yourselves onto Don't Die First Minute. Make them come to you. You can see that Wild Pants slides out. Psycho Pants is happy seeing that there are more pants around. But that will be that little fight once again. Delasok nearly with the taunt back up. We can see Curse Bullet is back up as well. And just more and more there is that building pressure that you can't quite easily heal for a lot of damage if you're Brightwing. You can heal that first initial burst with that good 35%, 32% bonus that Hypershift can give where it pumps it up to that. But in terms of healing up past that first initial burst, it's quite hard. Crystinator is taunted. Genji will have deflect available. We heard the Curse Bullet hit, but no deflect from it. I want to keep in mind, this objective has been up since the 3-minute mark, called at the 2:30-minute mark. So it's been up for a 7.5 minutes. Crystinator gets taunted. We can see the Grey Man on top. There comes the Gus. X-Strike directly on top of those two. Very nice. Mega Kill looking for a root. Hits actually 2 targets, so we're going to see another stack of that inner light there. Speaking of which, we're going to open up the talent so we can see those 13s and 16s that have rolling through now for both teams. Rolled through now for both teams. Right, Delasok is looking to go in. Robot Wizard has found him. Robot Wizard's also out of mana, I'd like to mention. So we do see they are going to reset. All while Dahaka Akari is pushing top. I imagine we're going to see Felstad fly up there in a few moments. Yep, there is his flying spot. There is the landing. Oh my god. Nope, never mind. They're not doing objective. Camp just happens to be near it. There's a camp. We do see Blaze was in a little bit of a trouble, but we'll be fine. Blaze is one of those harder ones to kill. Does have an E to get out. Does have their flames to heal them. And objective is still being... These boys are trying their best. This is the longest any of these monsters have lived. They are alive. They are thriving. I've never had a chance to actually look at their character models before. Oh, look, I accept that you guys are like this. We're back to just chatting that's the stream, but no, we do see... No, oh, they're getting hit!
Red team has destroyed
You're probably right, we're on to. But this is the first we're going to see this objective done, and this is really what I wish was done almost 8 minutes ago, that the objective was done to start forcing Don't Die First Minute to react. Just because at the moment we do see they have gone so much value just pushing around with no objective. Oh, the South 51's not happy about that. But yeah, we do... what the hell? Just... I do wish that was done earlier by Heavy Slaps. Just because we're getting to the point now where if you get a second seed, you do make Don't Die First Minute go to the objective. And they will mean they are pushing around a little bit more and they're forced to go to certain spots. We do see Taunt coming out into May. We see have a Curse Bullet. We see the phase shift. The anti-heal, actually quite a bit from that Varian, meaning that Wild Pant's not quite getting the healing they desired there. But we're back to running around the map, doing just whatever you want. Akari and Co are going to do pretty well at getting there. They're going to make sure that it's not the easy to get out. Wild Pants is in trouble. We see the stun coming out. Varian stuck in an awkward spot, but May even more so. Wild Pants on 1 health. Just gonna hold on a little bit. Does slide. Greymane didn't quite get the auto, but Jaina did. Falstaff flies up now, and we see that a nice slide into Taunt from Della. So Toasty Buns, however, jumps in, takes a Curse Bullet, and leaves immediately. We see now that the side of Don't Die First Minute do have a little bit of competition to this late game now. No, wait, no, I was like, are we coming up to here? No, we're not, as Protoss Rule is for one in danger. Did lose a decent chunk of their health there. Cressinator takes them out with a good dash and Q combo. And that's very unfortunate for our good friend Greymane the dog there. Well, Mega Kill is on firing line. Nice stun on the Kari. Gus just hitting Mega Kill. Dellasoak gets a light bomb put on them, but Blazer dropped the bunker. They're going to be fine. Oh, silence through the wall. Isolation hitting the Genji. Genji going, wait a minute. I don't like this. I can't see. They do a little bit of hitting onto a banner, but without that, that's much it. Oh, Taunt coming out. We do see there's a lot of damage. Mega Kill with the X-Strike directly on top of him. Dellasoak will go down next. And that is now the Jaina. Also an awkward spot. Objective still going to be ignored by Don't Die First Minute, as we are going to see them go to this building here. Yep. This is how it is today. I'm just going to pull up these talents while this is happening. We do see the Invisible Friends Brightwing, Fortified Bunker Blaze, Wind Tunnel Felstad, Secret Living Weapon, Secret Weapon, Living Weapon Genji, and the Flash Freeze May. Meanwhile, 16s, we can see there are some strong abilities coming through now for the other team, but of course they don't have their Storm talents yet. That... What do you mean Heavy Don't Die First Minute are going to be doing the objective? Down 51, your team's throwing. But no, we can see Wild Pants does channel the Shamblers. They do kill them. And they will be going elsewhere now. This has been a very sad game for Heavy Slaps. They have just been running around trying to chase down the side of Don't Die First Minute. They do still have a chance to come back. That's the thing. There are still 2 objectives need to be picked up. You can get the 20s in that time. So by no means is this going to be a issue for them per se. They can and do have the tools to come back. They do have to watch out for the... They do have to watch out for the wind tunnel on the Felstad. That's probably the biggest thing they have to go, like, guys, you need to be careful of this. But otherwise, they do have very good tools. Like Taunt, of course, if you catch someone out, you can blow someone up. But that blow up has been so difficult, it gets even more difficult now that Wild Pants is Flash Freeze. You can't necessarily back to front when that is an ability. Clear coming up. Meanwhile, we do see a little bit of fight bottom. That Wizard Camp just slowly, with that spell armor, helping the Sound 51 and Cressinator push in. They do decide to leave. Brightwing has started the objective, and Genji will be the one channeling it. And as I said, we are getting ever closer to those 20s. When those 20s come through, that's when we may get a big old fight coming out between Heavy Slaps and Don't Die First Minute. But they are just turtling until then. They want to make sure that nothing untoward to them happens. They don't want to lose their building just yet. Nice hammering there by Felstad. We do see the dash coming out, which Felstad is at 120 stacks. Wind tunnel used. People jumping in the Blaze bunker. I nearly combined those words and said Blazer, which I like to see Genji in a Blazer. That would be Very nice. We can see now that was a kill onto Varian, and we look to see an end call coming through. Just shy of 20s as well. Heavy Slaps do have him online now, but the question is, what can they do here? Polymorph onto the Sound 51. They happen to polymorph through that seed circle right as it was popping. A little bit unfortunate timing there. They are forced out because of it. And those 20s will very much help the team of Heavy Slaps. As we do see now, the team are making their way up to seed, and this is the 1 seed. Heavy Slaps do actually need to fight. Or they're going to have to do very well at clearing when it finally drops down. Chrysinator are doing their best to clear out these Shamblers, I believe they're called. But ultimately will not be able to stop it. Right. Will not be up for one getting it, as we'll say. They're waiting for their teammates so they can leash a camp. Meanwhile, Sound 51 is protecting these siege camps. Bruiser being picked up currently. Will be picked up. And this may be an end call here. May not. It's hard to say. Sound 51 is alone is the thing to note. And I think we could see that the numbers have come together for Heavy Slaps. That, yeah, Sound 51 was alone, but that has diminished very quickly. And now we can see Robot Wizard coming in. We do see the Gust onto Jello Soak. They barely get kept alive by Toasty Buns. However, it is Greymane and Jaina who is in danger. Greymane down first. Calamancy getting a nice light bomb out. Everyone jumping in the bunker. We can see that the Plant Terror is on core now. 2 Plant Terrors are on core now. They're down there, Greymane. That may be it for the team. As that is Jaina down next. Core slowly dropping. It will only speed up as time goes along. You can see the Sound 51 trying their best to take out people. Andon was taken down just at the end by Chrysinator. Chrysinator just focusing on the core now. Akari seeing if they can do anything to stop Genji. Genji couldn't quite get another kill. And that was the game and the series going over the side to Don't Die First Minute. What a weird one. What an absolutely weird one that happened there. And we can see that was almost reflected just because there was so much siege done by the actual team of, well, both teams done this game. Don't Die First Minute, Heavy Slaps getting 146k siege and 135k siege on their offlaners, and we can even see Jaina 138, 1-27 on Felstar. Like, everyone was getting up there. Soak 19k, 19k. Both teams had hit 20. Hero damage, Felstar definitely did a good job there. Genji not too far behind them. Jaina did try her best, however, just the mobility between those two heroes and actually really the main damage dealers of Don't Die First Minute made it much more difficult for Jaina to hit those, and Greymane constantly getting a little bit focused out, so to speak. It made it very hard for them to fully spread their wings. In terms of healing, excellent work by Toasty Buns, keeping people up through the variant combo, which is really all you need in a lot of these instances. Yeah, in terms of talents as well, let's have a look. Everything relatively straightforward. I do like that Heavy Slaps were able to hold out to these 20s, as those 20s could have very much made the difference. Unfortunately for them, that last seed came in and they weren't in position to do anything about it, and they did end up losing on their court because of it. No worries, Sound 51. I do enjoy casting. So what I'm going to do is I'll be looking for another series, I suppose, as we are going to be doing yet another replay day here. If anyone has any suggestions, I will probably look at, I do like the word probably look into things. But I will wrap this series up first, shall I? As we do see, it was a 2-0. Don't Die First Minute did take both maps. Infernal Shrines and Garden of Terror, they're very aggressive early on. Well, actually, from the get-go, they're very aggressive, I should say. And Heavy Slaps didn't not quite know how to quite deal with that. I feel like if they were to run it back again, they go, okay, that's what we're doing. We can do well into it this time. We've got this. But unfortunately, this time, it will just happen to pan out that way. So what I will do is I will put myself onto a break, roll an ad. I'm going to be casting another series. It looks like I'm considering a Division B West game of Roll 1 Esports facing off against assistant noob managers. So I'll catch you all on the other side of break and hope to see you all on the Nexus. Have fun with your games for the rest of the days, everyone. Wait, no, I need to fix something first. Now I'll put it on break.